Hi, I'm Tim. Welcome and thanks for logging on. If you love this watch, email me, tmosso@thewatchbox.com. It's in the description below. Your purchase and pricing email question line for buying this or any watch you see on any of our platforms. Please reach out to me directly. My email is tmosso@thewatchbox.com. Today, we're discussing a spectacular short-run edition from Ressence. This is the Type 1 Slim Red, made to celebrate 10 years of Ressence as a brand. This watch was only produced for the 2021 model year and thus quite scarce. 42 millimeters in diameter and lenticular in shape, the watch is made of grade 5 titanium, and while they claim about 11 millimeters for the Type 1 Slim, Ressence is the rare company that understates thinness, or perhaps I should say overstates thickness, as it is 10.8 millimeters thick, 48 millimeters from lug to lug, and it uses a 20 millimeter sized strap. On the wrist, the watch is wonderfully light. All titanium, sapphire, and rubber. It fits beautifully, and you can really see that the tonneau or lentil shaped case, let's call it a lentil, is nowhere near the edge of my wrist. You can see that well on either side, and even from over the top, you can see that the lugs are inboard of the wrist. And this is the shot that makes a watch look huge. So the fact that it's still inboard, even from this angle, that is a great sign of wrist compatibility for wrists as small, in my estimation, as 14 centimeters in circumference. It'll easily slide underneath the cuff. It lives up to its name, Type 1 Slim. The strap is a lovely piece on the bottom. You can see that there's a little bit of pleating built in, and this is a brand new Ressence factory strap, no crimping, no gouging. It's matched with a Ressence factory titanium pin buckle. You can see the little Ressence hand logo designed to indicate that this is a hands-on watch as well as a friendly, approachable watch. You can see how it sits inside a little recess. It's a well-engineered piece, counterweighted even. Taking a look at the case, grade 5 titanium. Like grade 2, it's lighter than steel and it's hypoallergenic. Unlike grade 2, grade 5 can be polished and it is harder than standard watchmaking steels, which means it's more scratch resistant. The crystal is dramatically boxed and cambered, and most impact of the watch against hard surfaces is going to involve the crystal rather than the case. So this really is a good setup for avoiding scratches, as sapphire 9 on the Mohs scale is just below diamond. The dial is red, and that is the signature of this model. Now, it also pays tribute to the 10 years of Ressence as a company. It is a Belgian-Swiss hybrid, so we have this Swiss red and white dial. The watches are designed in Belgium. They are built in Switzerland, and this is the Ressence orbital convex system. Before we go into exactly what that is, let's take a quick look at how the watch presents in the dark. As you can see, this special edition has special edition lume. It's not the brightest, at least not the calibrations, though the hands are readily apparent to the eye. A really cool watch. It's crownless, like other Ressence models, well, all but the very first. They are crownless, but it's only been since 2017 and the arrival of the Type 1 Squared that Ressence has started placing case-back setting levers on the watch. It used to be that you'd have to turn it by dint of friction. Well, now you get this lever. It's easy to grip. The orbital convex system is a 107-piece, 15-jewel movement atop a movement that is attached to the ETA base by a magnetic coupling system. This is a very, very original concept for telling time, and I would be hard-pressed to think of anything that's even similar. Like HYT, Ressence has found a completely original way of displaying the time. It's also a regulator. Since you can see we have the hours, the minutes, and the seconds, there's also a day of the week indicator. The two hollow arcs are the weekend, and this moves in clockwise direction. So I can tell you, for example, I'm looking at 5 p.m. on a Thursday. How do I know that? Well, you can see it's 5, and you can see that this little hand is in the second half of the arc, which means afternoon or post 12. So this is noon onward. We are looking at 5 p.m. You've got what they call the runner up here, the operation indicator. And then on the case back, you can see this one has a red serial number. You can wind the watch with the case back, even though that's not really the intent. It has an automatic winding ETA 2892A2 base, and that's why this is called the Type 1 Slim. Starting from 2019, Ressence started swapping out the 2824s in its Type 1s for the thinner and finer 2892. So the watch gets a lot thinner than it was in the past. Now, it's automatic winding with bidirectional winding action. It's got a 36-hour power reserve. It's got the orbital convex system, a 4 Hz beat rate, and when you combine the joules of the base movement with the module, you wind up getting 36 joules. So this is a hybrid movement where you have an ETA base and then the Ressence side of the movement is manufacturer on the top. So it's a fascinating system, and it's an intriguing and lovable watch. It's a really rare version of something that's already scarce, assuring you ultimate exclusivity. The only real restriction on it is that it's only 1 ATM water resistant, so splash and rain exposure only. If you want to swim with your Ressence, get a Type 5. Reach out to Team Mosso at thewatchbox.com for purchase and pricing details.